Hello, people. Today we are looking at narcissistic rage. Last time we talked about hovering. Today we are looking at rage. You see, when you are with a narcissist, for people who are new in the discussion, we've been talking about, we'll be picking and discussing the characteristics of the narcissist. And so if you are with a narcissist in a nutshell, for those who are new in the discussion, is a personality disorder. It's a dysfunctional state of being. But people who are affected by this personality disorder have a certain pattern of behavior. And this pattern is usually, you see them, they are usually very aggressive, very controlling, highly manipulative. They are arrogant, very arrogant. You see, they are grandiose. They live in the ego. They are these people who are very excessively proud. But that's not actually, I don't see that as pride anyway. I see that as living. It's the best word for it is grandiosity. People who feel entitled to abuse other people, to descend on other people, they feel entitled to do bad things to you. And these people and this behavior, their ability or desire to always hurt other people, do bad things to other people, stems from the fact that they lack empathy. Narcissists don't have empathy. They don't feel for anybody. They don't feel anything. Even if something bad happened to somebody, maybe others are sympathizing with the person, a narcissist will just feel that they only pretend. They pretend because, normally when something bad happens and maybe somebody is mourning or the person is feeling sad, and others who are around, maybe other people or people have come to empathize with the person or just to console that person. If a narcissist is there, to a narcissist is nothing. That thing is supposed to happen to the person. That's the way they feel inside of them. They don't feel remorseful for anything, and they don't feel bad when bad things happen. They feel good because that's where they take their own energy from. Narcissists take energy from negativity. They delight in negative things happening so that they can feed. That's where they feed. They feed on negativity. So it doesn't matter to them when anything bad happens. Of course, it's their joy because that's where they will be able to feed themselves, because they get their needs met in random ways. Narcissists don't get supply like you and I will get supply directly from a divine source, from God. They only get their needs met in random ways, and that's why bad things must always happen for them to get their needs met, for them to feed themselves. They are energy vampires, so they take energy from people to sustain. Their own energy cannot sustain them, so that's why they seek here. They keep people. They can't be alone, because being alone terrifies a narcissist, because they cannot cope. They only cope when they are taking energy from people. So today we are looking at rage, narcissistic rage. You see, narcissists always rage. If you are with a narcissist, either as a wife or as a girlfriend, because mostly narcissists are men, although there are women who are also narcissists, who are unleashing their negative, terrible behavior on their partners, on people who are with them, on the close, as in the people that are close to them, because that is the people who are close to narcissists that suffers their dysfunctional behavior the most. When they are outside, they're usually wearing masks. It is that masks that tend to delude people outside. So when they see this guy is a nice guy, he's handsome, he's charismatic, he's calm, he's gentle, he's a gentleman. It is the masks you are seeing. You are not seeing the real person. The real person is behind the masks is usually revealed when they are at home with their closest relations. So that's where the real person is revealed. What you are seeing outside is his public persona, which is the marks they wear. So you cannot know who he is. But that's the perception. That's how you will perceive him to be. Is this, is that. You measure all these good qualities because that's the image he wants you to see. But the real narcissist is seen at home by the person closest to him. So at home, narcissists are always raging. They rage. You know, when you meet a narcissist for the first time outside, you see them as very gentle people, very quiet. You will even think that this person cannot even hurt a fly because of the way they present themselves, the way they look outside, you know. But inside, when you get close to them and you begin to see them for who they are, that's when you begin to see their real behavior. You begin to see that personality, that narcissistic personality. So people tend to get confused. You know, when as you met him, you have seen him as a gentleman, someone very lovely, someone very handsome, tall, gentle, is a complete gentleman. And then shortly after that, when you are now dealing with him out in the house, maybe the two of you, and you begin to see him raging, somebody you never heard him shout at all. All the while you've been dealing with him, he has always been quiet, very gentle, but suddenly you are now with him in the house. Maybe let's say that time you are still dating, okay, or you have just been married to him, because they pretend a lot. You won't see the real person until when you are really involved with him. That's when his true nature begin to come out. So now you are with this narcissist and you see him behaving like this. When you say something, he will shout at you. He will raise his voice at you. He will scream in a way that you begin to wonder, why is this person, why is this man, or why is this woman? Depending on, a female narcissist will do that to his victim, the male. And the male narcissist will do that to the victim, the female. So this is how this paradigm is. You see, the man will begin to rage, will begin to pick anything the woman does is wrong. Because in the beginning, the narcissist, remember, will love bomb you. He will do everything possible in order to secure you. He will give you nice treats. He will take you on vacations. He will buy you nice wares. He will do nice things to you. And so you will get, in fact, you will even fall for him. This person is such a nice guy. I've found someone very lovely, very nice, kind, you know, very interesting. And so when you move with that person, let's say in a relationship, even in a marriage, come like that, I want to marry you, you will see be doing those things to you, and you will fall in love with him, that I love this man, he's a kind man, he's a nice person. And then maybe 3 months into the relationship or into the marriage, you begin to see the real person. You begin to shout at you. You begin to, because that is when he will begin to debase you. He will start calling you derogatory names. He can call you an idiot, a fool, a goat, because he feels entitled to do those things to you, because he sees you as someone to be used. You are not his equal, neither are you his subordinate. No, you are just his slave. That's how narcissists see their victims. Male narcissists see their wives as objects to be used. Narcissists see people as objects to be used. So if you are with their narcissist, he will be calling you all manner of derogatory names. He will be abusing you at will. He talks to you with reckless abandon. He has no regard for you. He begins to devalue you, to make you feel that you are worthless. All those things he was praising in you, he begins to withdraw them. You are no longer that. You are now a worthless fool. That's how narcissists treat their victims. And so he will begin to shout at you anyhow. Every time you begin to shout. People were not hearing you from the beginning when you moved in together. Now your neighbors are hearing him screaming at you, shouting. You know, you are now having regular shouting match in the house. That's because his rage has started. He has started revealing himself gradually to you. Because, you know, he deluded you the first time. You didn't get to know, you did not know, he was able to secure you when he was pretending to you, doing all those things. You thought you had found someone very interesting, very great, you know, for a husband or for a boyfriend, as the case may be. And now you are seeing the real personality behind the masks you saw the first time. You see, it starts from that raging, calling you names, abusing you. He will start shouting. just to get you scared. And then you will be walking on eggshell when it starts revealing himself to you. You'll be wondering. That is when the confusion will start. You'll be wondering, is it not this same person again? Why is he acting like this? Why is he behaving? That is how he is. That is his true nature. That is his personality. He is a narcissist. So as that rage starts, he's going to continue like that. From shouting at you, raising his voice, anything he will yell at you like that. That's how it continues. From that to abusing you, calling you names. From that to devaluing you, telling you are a worthless thing, that he doesn't even know why he even brought you, that you are useless. That's what you start hearing the next time. And then after that, he will begin to lay his hands on you for those ones. Not every narcissist beats. Some beats. That there's always domestic violence when you are with a narcissist, yes. But it's not every one of them. There are some who manipulate you emotionally. They say words that throw you off. They say words that will make you, they'll gaslight you more than even raising their hands on you. They will gaslight you, call you names, call you a fool, control how you eat. They control you with their words, with the kind of thing they say. And then they will begin to impact you negatively, emotionally. You see, that's why you suffer. This paradigm manifests in different ways. So raging is one of the narcissistic tactics they use to put their victims in cages. Because when you begin to rage like that, you'll be thinking that maybe you are doing something that is pissing him off. And so you want to be careful. And that's when you start walking on eggshell. You'll be too careful. You'll be vulnerable, yes, because you don't want to hurt him. You will feel that you are the one doing something, because you will think that first time he saw you, he has been a nice person to you, so you are now the cause of his reaction. He's reacting negatively. You are now triggering him to behave in that manner. You are not triggering him. That is his nature. That is his personality. So learn it today. Raging is an aspect of narcissistic paradigm or narcissistic person. I hope this helps.